What is up, everyone? What's up, Rob? What's going on, everyone? My first like. I appreciate it, Greg. What's up, taking profits? Sketch, Crash, Rusty, John, Linda, Nico, Blue. What's up, Blue? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the fam. Right, every single Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 9:30, stream here. Then we move to the Discord and we trade live. So, yesterday, crazy play, right? Crazy day also. That was a crazy day, right? 75 bip increase. Powell spoke, and look at the volatility. I mean, that was crazy, right? Whipsaw back and forth. Here is Tesla. This is the play I did yesterday, and it worked out perfect, right? So I mentioned that rising wedge, right? Higher and higher lows. Highs started to, you know, consolidate a little bit more, and we were approaching a major resistance. Right, rejected once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, and then again. Right, I was just playing a rejection on the same levels across the board. Right, I entered puts first at this level here as a starter. Right, so I entered puts here as a starter in hopes that, right, we don't break through here, right? Rejected once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, and 6 times, right? It broke through due to, you know, FOMC, but my stop loss was above this region here, right? Above the high, right? So I never got stopped out, and then the plan worked, right? This is why we follow the chart, right? Contracts are up about 70% going into today. Right, we're up in pre-market basically on everything, but it's okay, right? Because we are below the wedge. So definitely holding this. I still have we have contracts for next week, so we are more than okay. We have a 290 strike, which is this region right here. Totally possible to get in the money. I kind of want to see 295 today, right? This low here. If everyone can drop a like on the video, I would appreciate that. Definitely would appreciate it. Totally possible to get. What's up, everyone? How's everyone doing? Appreciate it. Morning, everyone that's just joining in. What's everyone looking at today? Let's get some activity here in the chat. Well, along with what you're looking at, give me a reason why you're looking at it, right? If you could say falling wedge, whatever, breaking support of a certain level, let me know. That way I can have an idea of why you're looking at it. Taking profits asked if you can enter on a pullback. You could, right? You can always enter on a pullback. Right, first it needs to reject this level, 303.23, which is this previous support. Netflix also kind of worked out. It was very choppy, right, due to the meeting. Let's see, Square below 60. Take a look at Square. Yeah, I needed to hold, you know, these supports here. Right, first sign was it rejected this, right? Old support, new resistance. Once it rejected that, I would have cut. Right, and then it didn't really hold this double bottom very well. Right, bounce right off, triple bottom actually, or quad bottom. Right, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So not really a fan of square. 56 maybe it'll bounce off of. Let's see what else you guys are looking at. SPX and Target. What's up, Nando? How you doing? Did I see Beyond? I did not see Beyond. What about it? Nothing's going on here. Let's take a look. Amazon. So let's look what's down in pre-market, right? Netflix, Amazon, Nvidia, and AMD. QQQs are down in pre-market, right? So weakness across the board on tech, right? So if you want to play puts, it's better off to play it on tech. Apple basically right at break even. Needs to hold below these levels. Looking at puts for everything basically, right? Everything broke to the downside yesterday. So that's what we need to watch out for. AMD for a long swing at long-term support. Oversold and retested the 200. Look at the swing for a bounce. I wouldn't really look to go long on anything, honestly. Everything broke support today or yesterday. Right, everything's at the lows. All right, you got to wait for at least some strength here. Right, AMD broke below a triple bottom. All right, once, twice, 3 times. So, yeah. Let's actually inverse the charts. See what we got here. Ready? So this is inverted. See what we got, everyone. Look at VIX. VIX is still hovering at this level here. Needs to break above. That's what we need to watch out for today. This region right here needs to break to the downside or to the upside technically. SPY falling wedge breakout. There's no falling wedge on SPY. This was the only wedge. Guys, a falling wedge, just so everyone knows, is a flagpole with drops like this. And it breaks out. This is the only thing, only falling wedge that there is. Right? That term's used a lot, but I just want to make sure everyone knows. Right, so this is what a falling wedge is. Right, anything else that's not this is not a falling wedge. Right, and this reversed, right, is just a bear wedge, like that. Right, that's what a reversed falling wedge is, or a bear flag, a bearish wedge. Or rising wedge, right? Rising wedge, falling wedge. That's what that is. Anything else is not a falling wedge. Right, just make sure you guys know that, because there's a big difference between between this and let me pull up the that PDF that I always mention. Between that and a rising wedge, this is a sign of a reversal, right? A falling wedge and a rising wedge are continuation patterns, right? So there's a huge difference between this pattern and the rising wedge, right? This is a sign of continuation. This is a sign of a reversal, right? Make sure you understand, right? This isn't really a rising wedge, falling wedge, right? This is wrong. I should fix that. I'm gonna make my own actually, and I'll do it with my chart. But this is not a falling wedge. I'm gonna make my own. All right, so just make sure you guys understand that. Is PayPal in a falling wedge? It is not, right? Where do you see a flagpole with consolidation like that? I'll show you an example of a falling wedge on a chart. This is a falling wedge on Tesla, right? A move to the downside after the flagpole, right? And here are the lows, right? That's what a falling wedge is, right? This, generally speaking, breaks out to the upside, right? Goes up, hits the resistance, comes back down, spikes up, consolidates, and then breaks out, retests. All right, let's see what happened. I don't remember. Right, breaks out, pulls back, resistance, old support becomes new resistance, right? Consolidates, just like I mentioned, breaks out, tests the next level, pushes through, right? It wants to touch the top here. And then starts to consolidate, likely to pull back, retest here. Right, retest that breakout point. Next day, comes back down, retests. See what happens, I don't remember. Right, and there it is. It breaks through, probably going to come back down and retest here. And there it is. Right, so same exact thing over and over again. Over and over again, the same thing happens. A bull flag would be symmetrical or horizontal. Right, but it doesn't matter if, right, a falling wedge and bull flag, they're both continuation patterns. Everyone needs to understand a continuation pattern versus a reversal pattern. Right, which is why a lot of times when there's a reversal pattern, right, and the market's moving to the downside, we take calls, right? But if we have a continuation pattern, right, if we have a continuation pattern, we're going to play puts if we're in a downtrend, right? Big difference. I'm going to focus on that more. I haven't really made a strong focus on that. But I'll talk about that more. I feel like a lot of people get confused on, you know, what to play. No one should be longing anything, in my opinion. Right? We broke down yesterday. There's weakness across the board. We broke all supports. We filled the gap as well on SPY. All right, look what happened when we, let me delete this. All right, look what happened when we broke this gap, right? One bottom, two bottom, and we had a gap to fill. All right, as soon as we broke it, it filled the gap, right? These are why gaps are super important to keep an eye on. All right, a lot of times it's easy money to make. A bull flag is a move to the upside, higher lows and lower highs. That's a bull flag. Everyone needs to know the difference. All right, study your patterns. If you can't tell the difference between these, highly suggest you continue to learn. This is a bull flag, right? Again, falling wedge. Whoops. Looks like that. All right, bull flag, falling wedge. And just because you fill the gap doesn't mean it's a reversal coming, right? A gap is just an area that's likely to fill, right? There's not any support in the gap, right? So, or resistance if you're going to the upside, right? So since we're in a downtrend, right, we're testing the lows. Once this gap is tested and it breaks, it's likely to flush through to the next area, right? And since we push through, right, now we're likely going to test the next support, right? Which the next major support is in this region right here, right? Bounce once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5, 6, 7. All right. Hopefully that clears things up for you guys. Right, these are both continuation patterns, but if we had a pattern like this, let me try and figure out how to draw this thing. Okay. Right, so a pattern like this is a reversal pattern. Try and draw this as clean as possible. Looks kind of funky, but you'll get the point. All right, this is a reversal pattern. All right, generally speaking, when you have this at the lows, oh no, wait, this is how it would be. Wait, what am I doing here? It's so much different when you're drawing it. Okay. All right, it looks like that. Just look at that chart I posted. Let me delete this and let's go over some more charts and what I'm looking at here in pre-market. Let's see what we're covering here. What's up, Chris? How you doing? So the next support not be as strong of a support by looking at the volume profile. Nope, it's going to be just as strong. Don't really ready to make trading. You want to make trading as simple as possible, everyone. You don't need the fancy indicators. You don't need all that, right? When I'm trading, I don't look at the volume profile. I don't look at the volume. Right, simple as that. Support and resistance. right? Price action comes first. Right? Price action comes first. The only thing I look at is support and resistance and patterns. That's it. All you need is a plan in place and you'll be successful. Right? That's all you need. And you have to understand that not every trade's going to work out, right? You have to understand that 30% of the time, around there, plus or minus, you're going to lose. Which is why you always need to size correctly. Don't get cocky, right? If you win 3 trades in a row and size larger, right? Because you think you're on fire, right? That's not how it should work. Size the same on every position, right? Small. And play every setup with a plan. If you don't have a plan going to the trade, don't take it. Right? This isn't an industry just to have fun in, right? You can all trade for a living, right? I trade for a living, right? I do this every single day. Some days I don't trade, some weeks I don't trade, right? If there's no setup, there's no trade. Right? Everyone needs to understand that this isn't just for fun, right? You can make a living out of this. Right, so educate yourself, learn every single day. That way, you don't have to talk to a boss, right? You don't have to go into an office Monday to Friday. It's miserable. I did it. I did it not 8:30 to 6 every single day. It was miserable. Did not want to do it, commuted, right? But every day, came home, and I tried to learn more. I watched videos every single day years ago. All right, look at the charts, chart it yourself. If you're not charting yourself, you're not going to learn. All right, you got to do it in order to learn it. All right, so spend the time and learn how to read the charts. You do not want to have to report to a boss your entire life, right? If reporting to a boss is making someone else richer. No one has fun at their job, right? Obviously, there's some people that love their job, whatever they do, but 99% of the people hate their job. Trading, I know all you here that are spending time watching this love trading, right? Otherwise, you wouldn't be watching. Trading, so Raphael, that's completely wrong. Trading is absolutely stable. I make a consistent income from trading only. You need to just educate yourself more. My account consistently moves to the top right. Right? I consistently make money in trading. So does C-Blast, so do all the analysts. Anyone that day trades professionally makes consistent money. Of course, you want to have other fixed sources of income. That's in any aspect or any industry of life, right? If you work at McDonald's, right, you want another source of income, right? If you work at a financial institution, right, you want another source of income. You always want more sources of income. That's the goal, right? To diversify. Let me read some comments here. Proper risk management. Yep. Risk management is huge. It's in market resources, Rochelle. Yep. Beef brisket. Love the name, first of all, but absolutely. There's a strategy for every single market, right? If the market's moving sideways, be patient, wait for a setup, and day trade, right? It doesn't matter if it moves sideways, up, or down. A day trader can make a money in any single market. Raphael, there's always a chance of of a loss. I mean, yeah, that's known, right? There's a loss in anything, right? You can lose in business, you can lose in anywhere, right? Loss is a part of life. Everyone loses, but you want to limit how much you lose, right? Based on, right, educating yourself on how the chart works, right? Having a plan going to the trade, knowing where you're going to stop out, knowing how much you're going to size, right? If you size too big, you're done, right? If you size too small, right, you're not going to make the profit that you should be, right? There's a lot of different factors, of course, and anyone can lose, right? But there's risk to anything in life, right? You get in the car and you go to work, there's a risk to that. Life's about risk. Take the risk or you're not going to go anywhere. That's it. But obviously, right, diversity is like the number one thing that everyone should have, right? You should never rely on just one source of income. Right, we trade these patterns because they're consistent. Right, they all have a good risk to reward, which is what trading is about, right? But you need to be a risk first trader, not a profit first trader. 5 minutes to market open. Let's get it today. Let's get it. Good stream this morning. I really like talking about that stuff as opposed to just charts, like different chart requests, right? I feel like it will stick with you more, and really make a difference. Let's see, Tesla down in pre-market now. Let's go. 4 minutes to market open. Everything's starting to push down. Weakness across the board, right? I don't think there's a reason to be looking at calls today, but again, don't be opinionated, right? Play the levels. If the market does this, you do that. Need a catchphrase before open. Catchphrases: plan the trade, trade the plan. That's it. I don't want to go over cost. I don't trade it. Let's get it. New day, right? If you lose yesterday, don't focus on that. Focus on today. Doesn't matter if you lose, right? Everyone loses. Bounce back from it. Focus on today. How can you do better today? Doesn't matter if you're in calls, right? You're gonna lose. You have to understand you're going to lose. We lose. Everyone loses. Professionals lose. Geniuses lose. Idiots lose, right? We all lose here and there, right? If you get into a trade and it loses, who cares? Move on to the next one, right? If you don't size correctly, you're done. The market's going to kick you out. All right, size correctly, expect to lose, and you'll be consistent. On that note, let's start shifting towards the Discord. Let's get after it today. I'll see you in the Discord voice chat.
$37.50 as well on Bookmap. So this would be a very interesting. So I'm going to share a screenshot on the pro trading floor for folks. Good morning.